Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
Fire team, this is CP.
Someone turned the sensor. Possibly an intruder. Whoever's closest, investigate ASAP.
CP, this is Zulu 7. I see smoke. Could be enemy activity. Over.
CP, understood. Tighten security and stay alert.
Yeah, it is.
Hostile! CP, this is Delta 6. I'm seeing smoke.
I don't need anything else, so precious metals is where it's at.
Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
It'll make my truck rides go that much smoother. Okay, what I mean by faster is I can... Okay, whatever I earn tonight will go into my unprocessed category. They won't go into my processed for some weird reason. At the end of my night, I'm going to use mission 4 C2W to ride the back of the truck and let that unprocessed material process. It's 250 units per every roughly 10 minutes. And it's not exact, but it works well enough for me to leave it on overnight, and in the morning my process total will advance. It's 250 units of unprocessed to processed every 10 minutes. And there's no way to make that faster. What I meant by faster is that I'm going to expand my unprocessed amount and have more material for the processing system to work with. So there's a whole process, there's a whole detailed mechanism for it that I don't know all the details for, but as long as you activate I'll show you. Okay. Mission list. C2W. And use this starting point. And the truck will actually go right by the landing point. Okay, could have your box. And I always do it at 1800. I don't like starting during the daytime. I like going at night. I always do single player at night. I prefer it that way anyways. It doesn't look good on stream, but I prefer playing here at the house.
Boss, you need to disable the Soviets' reinforcement system by putting a hole in their base-to-base comms network.
But I mean, you gotta understand
and destroy its comms
that
equipment. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
I've been doing FOB work for a while, and before I started I had over 1 million unprocessed precious metals. I was raiding base development platforms and R&D platforms, stealing containers. So I spent a while preparing the battleground, so to speak. So I'll park it here, my box. Oops. Lay flat, and then crawl out. And then I'll wait over here, and the truck is going to come in a few moments. So with the box and the nice lady poster, here comes the truck. You can hear it. No.
Further.
Hop in. Now I have the wrong camouflage for this. This is just a demonstration. Basically, that's all you do is you lay flat. So guys, he likes the poster. Yeah, no big deal. A box with a nice lady on the front, sitting out in the middle of Afghanistan. Not suspicious at all. I will sleep usually 6-7 hours or thereabouts. I'll go to bed at I go to bed around 10 Pacific, wake up at 5, take a shower, get dressed, and then at 5:30 or so I'll turn my TV back on, and with any luck it'll be going around in a circle. So you see the checkpoint, and there's 250 units. So it'll do that as the truck goes around in a circle. And that's all you have to do is literally just lay flat. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Well, no, it has to be connected to the server. So whatever you generate will go into your processed materials. Anything unprocessed will be on your base development platform. So if someone were to come on my base development platform and steal my containers, there's a fixed amount that they can steal, and that's less than what I have in my unprocessed category. So you can see here that I'm almost completely maxed out for the other 4 materials, and I'm going to be working on that tonight. So there is there's a limit to what people can steal, and the first person that does do that and they get to the core puts my base into a blockade, so no one can attack my base for at least 24 hours. So I don't have to worry about anything going completely haywire while I'm sleeping. You know, but just in case, what I do is before I start this mission, I will close the game and make a save on the cloud, in the PS Plus cloud, and then another save on my USB drive, just in case. It can, but if you leave it for, like I said, 6-7 hours, it'll do enough checkpoints to process. It's not the most efficient way, I will admit that up front, but it works, and that's what I'm doing. So I don't have to farm Hellbound or the War Economy, a million times. And as I go, the automatic mining that comes into place because of where my FOBs are located fills up my unprocessed materials alongside what gets processed. So you can see my fuel, biological, common metal, and minor metal are all almost essentially maxed out. And that's not from going through bases, but through automatic mining as I sleep. So the game is still processing, I think it's once every 80 minutes. It'll add another block of automatically mined materials to my unprocessed total. So I'm making, you can see my totals. Okay, it's getting up there. And I have another 12,000 to go. That's a couple days worth. I measured it at roughly, I would say between 10 and 13,000 per 6-7 hours. So I'm getting up to, I'm pretty close to the limit in terms of what I can carry for processed materials. The FOBs I'm going to run tonight will add to this total. not this total, to this total. So I'm still, you know, working on it. I want this to be 1.5 million eventually. And I'll know I have to do some offline farming for that too, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. So the truck ride works for me, but like I said, it's not the most efficient way, but it works. And I've seen it. I've seen it work. So I'm going to stop it for now. I'll do this later. So I'll just keep doing my platforms. I need to empty my staff first. I don't want my girls tamper with. You jerk. Need one more female. No, it doesn't. You have to upload it to PSN yourself. Or at least I have it set that way. I don't do it automatically. I don't know anybody who does. I don't trust the system to work automatically. In fact, I just got burned by the system this morning because I had my renewal option set to automatic and it double charged me. So I had to contact Sony and get them to issue me a refund. I turned that off before I started tonight. That's a bunch of bunk. I don't need to have double charges for my PSN account. The guy that helped me was nice, though. I'll say that much. So I just need one more S-Rank female. I'll get that done, and then I'll go back to FOB work. Just one. Shouldn't take that long. The past couple days I've been doing different kinds of farming. So I spent a lot of time in both Afghanistan and Africa. And it has its benefits, but it takes a long time to really put numbers on the board. I got started farming late. I didn't care about PF rating. And someone mentioned to me that since I had done everything that there is to do in FOBs, I should start working on my PF rating. And the basic minimum for a high level player is 1,000 of everything. So I'm working on that. But it's a slow process. I'm not worried about it. I'll get there. And it adds a new dimension to the gameplay. Being able to farm vehicles and playing missions with Raiden and the stealth camo and learning how to run around. People do that, yes. I know people who do that or have done that in the past. I don't do that. It's just not my thing.
That's the target.
I don't need to do that. That's. I want to get some more gameplay options out there. So I'm doing it manually, you know, with generally accepted methods of farming. I don't do it offline, save it to USB, and then reload it 100 times. I don't do that. I know a guy who did that. He mentioned it. He mentioned the process to me. I want that female to stay in my unit. Sometimes if you stay online and your online brig will release players, release soldiers, it will kick out whoever you pick. So if you go offline, the online brig won't have to deal with that.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I love this mission, but not right now. So you select mission 29. First you find the prisoner, and then you select mission 29, and as long as you're standing right next to her, she'll be extracted. And there she is. So 40 females. Okay. Back online. I used to have 50, but it got to be a pain in the rear. Maintaining those females has become a chore. I mean, it's what I wanted, so I made it happen. But sometimes it can be a real pain in the ass to keep them there. Okay. Let's go hunting for precious metals. Yes, that was how I originally farmed my females, was through mission 9. How are you? Good to see you. Okay, one camera, one mine, 2 mines. So we spaced it out.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits.
I'll change it afterwards. Because I don't care. Honey Badger don't care. Honey Badger doesn't give a shit, so... Doing okay? Just precious metals tonight. What? See, this is why I don't dolphin dive. What a bunch of crap.
Infiltration failed.
Garbage.
Try a little harder next time.
That was straight up garbage, is what that was. I'm all bundled up. It's kind of cool out here in California tonight. Got my sweatshirt on, got my sweatpants on. Okay. Customize. No weapons. Stupid. Customize. .66, mostly cloudy. 64, excuse me. Okay, so I mean, with double resource week, I could do anything I want in terms of bases. Get a bunch of junk staff you don't really need. Of course, I don't need any of these staff anyways. I have all S++ and R&D, so any volunteers can get thrown out the window. Unless they have a PF skill, then I'll keep them.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Where are you located, Gus?
Be careful down there, boss.
Ooh-wee. East Coast of the United States. North Kakalaki, yeah. I've been an LA boy all my life. Born and raised. Low and slow. It's running over here. You're shit out of luck, buddy. Kind of sad with all the truck riding and everything else that I've been doing. I don't have to steal containers anymore. I used to like doing that. There were days in the old times when I would spend hours raiding base development platforms just to steal the containers. For whatever reason that spoke to me. I like doing that. I don't have to do it anymore. I mean, for a while I was going after abandoned bases based on their precious metals totals. If they had, let's say, 5,000 or more, I would go on their base, steal all the red containers, and then get to the core. So tried a bunch of different methods, and sleep gas, hand of Jehudi, shotguns only, you know, the whole 9 yards. And it worked after a fashion. I was able to max out my base development unit with all S++ volunteers. So it had its benefits, but there were times where I would just steal just to steal it. And when I started doing truck rides, all that stuff, you know, began to add up. Not right now. No traces.
Infiltration successful.
So no shots fired. Complete stealth. $69.55. No volunteers. Let's see how much that is. That is 13.9 containers worth. I mean, there were times where I would steal in the 5 digits worth, because precious metal is the last one to be exhausted. There were some bases I hit that had 60 containers of precious metals, and that was it. So I would do those every so often. I'd come out with 12,000 units of unprocessed precious metal. So it depends. It really depends. It depends on the base that you're doing the work on. There were bases that had, this one only has 3350. There were bases that I've seen that had up to 12,000. So I would take it all. And of course, since North Atlantic is the easiest to work on for me, I'll always search that out. I've spent a lot of time trying to make myself better at going without interaction. Perfecting is not the word I want to use because it's never perfect. You always have bases that throw you curveballs.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
And I've said it numerous times.
Be careful down there, boss.
You don't know what you're getting until you step off the helicopter. So this base could have patrol patterns could be different. There could be more or less guards. The defense settings could be changed. More mines, less mines. People playing with their numbers. No two bases are ever the same, so I just go with all my tools and do the best I can. I mean, I have a reasonable idea of what to expect. I mean, when you run 14,000 victories, you know a little something about this, how this works, but yes. I know a couple people who have somehow got that to work on their bases. There's only 3 cameras and 12 extra mines. So it'll say 33 cameras and 55 mines, but there won't actually be 55 mines. It's just a glitch. So I've only tackled one base like that. That was not what I wanted. Breathe deeply. I mean, my R&D route is the same. Yeah, I only have one base that I've done, and I finished and I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. So I don't know how that glitch works, and I've only done it once, so I tend to stay away from bases that have that kind of glitch, because you know something's not right. Something is out of the ordinary there if their numbers are wrong. I know a guy who has a level 72 base. He manipulates his mine totals to disguise how many mines he has. You go in there, and he has custom layouts and cameras and everything else that are different than what the Objective complete. There we go.
Infiltration successful.
Easy. Volunteer. What do you got? And he's a PF skill. That's a plus. Always got to appreciate those PF skills. You're done. And I need a... I just go out there and do the best I can, man. I don't know about legendary. A lot of people are better than I am. I'll admit that up front. But then again, this game offers a lot of different ways to play. So there's that. And he's got insurance. I don't need a lethal weapon. Ah, crap. Fine. I forgot I had changed my weapons down here. This is my farming weapon. When I do skull face sometimes. Okay. Always 0600. Shit, Alan. Fuck. I only have the grade 7. I should have had the grade 8. A little extra coverage. Just in case.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Well, I appreciate you calling me legendary. That makes me happy.
Be careful down there, boss.
Like I said, I just want to go out there and do the best I can. I didn't even read his layout. I don't know what he's got. Like I said, I just want to go out there and do the best I can. After dealing with some of the XOF Cobra guys, I've kind of revised my mentality, I guess. There was a time where I quit on Unique. He got really mad at me for that. So I made it up to him after a while. If I get into if I get into a defense situation where it's... Yeah, this is not happening.
Infiltration failed. Are you hurt? Try a little harder next time.
I got busted on that one. If I wind up in a defense situation where it looks like either I'm going to lose or I'm going to get my ass handed to me, I stick around for it. And because of Unique's commentary, I stuck with it. And he attacked one of my supporters one day, so I went out there and gave it my best. I played it legit, and he beat me. Fair and square. I'll admit that up front. He beat me really, really hard. 13, 13, and 9 and 13. Let's see. Yes, he is. I think I've beaten him once. I got lucky. I'm usually a defender. I don't like to draw... I don't like to play that kind of play style where you kill all the guards and everything else. That play style doesn't do anything for me.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Now, Jeff's platform, I've faced Jeff several times. This is the first time I've actually been on his base.
Careful down there, boss.
I've never attacked him before. So, it'll be new to me. It just doesn't really work for me. Plus with demon points and all that, you know, I'm not a fan of killing people. So it's not in my... I gotta do it manually.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
CP, this is Delta 3. Explosion spotted. Damage unknown. Over.
This is CP. Understood. All units, be on alert. Out.
All fire teams, this is CP.
Security cams picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
I've worked with Gus a couple times. I've tackled his base while he's watched.
All units,
And
special alert. Defend your positions.
my play style is different than most people. And he's seen it up close. So
CP, this is Zulu 7. There's a look, but there's nothing going
But I've learned from him too.
CP, this is Delta 1. Something worth looking into here. Please advise.
So, you know, everybody has their own thing, you know.
Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
CP, this is Delta 9. We may have an intruder. Going on alert. Over.
This is CP. Understood. Watch for anything suspicious. Out.
And that's without dolphin diving.
Special alert. Position. Out.
CP, this is Zulu 2. Signs of enemy activity. Tightening security. Over.
This is CP. Understood. Don't let your guard down. Out.
CP, this is Delta 2. Something weird's going on here. How should we proceed? Over.
This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
CP, this is Delta 2. Explosion spotted. Damage unknown. Over.
This is CP. Understood. We are under attack. All units on alert. Out. All units. Special alert. Defend your position. Out.
Always turn the power off. That's something that I do. Not everybody does. I do that. Let's see.
CP, this is Zulu 6.
Zulu 6, what's wrong? Come in, Zulu 6. We have a situation. All units on alert.
Of course, I don't want to get stoned either. Now, of course, running Gus's base had a side benefit.
All units.
When I defend his platform,
Out.
I know where his security is. So I can kind of plan accordingly, sort of. Or at least where it was when I ran it. He may have changed it, for all I know. I knew there was something there. Just because.
All units.
No offense, Jeff.
Defend your positions. Out.
100%.
Infiltration successful.
I faced Jeff several times. He's beat me, I beat him. I got a lot of respect for him. $10,700. Okay, that works. Yes, we do. I had to save that one. That was good. I am very pleased. I mean, I've done my share of 70s bases, but where where most of my 70s work is in nuclear weapons. I've done 70s bases with nukes and no defender. So my methodology for nukes is a little bit different than everybody else's. I don't rush. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. I keep it very simple. Try and ghost my way to the core platform, steal the nuke, get to the core. Yeah, that's all I need. I don't need anything else. How are you, man? Good to see you. I expect he'll take my base sometime soon. And if he takes his staff back, I don't really care. That's what the honey badger's for. I don't care. How you doing, bad humans? Good to see you. I mean, I've done a couple that way, and it's actually unsatisfying to me. Speaking for myself. It just doesn't. Same to you. Same to you. It doesn't do anything for me to rush through a base like that. I think nuclear weapons deserve more I don't think respect is the right word. It's more serious, I guess you could say. I take nuclear weapons seriously. I guess that's how I want to put it. Yeah, most of my nukes, I would say, of the 445 that I've stolen, less than 10 are with battle dress. I don't know exactly how many I've done rushing. The rest of them are all sneaking.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
And when I went to the riot pistol full time, that was what that's my primary weapon. I don't use anything else.
Be careful down there, boss.
So I take stealing nukes seriously. So I just use the riot pistol. I don't use anything else. If it's non-lethal, then they use the plus SB. No, I don't use that one. That's the plus CB. I don't use that one because it's expensive. Both in precious metals and golden crescent, which I do not like to use at all because I don't like running Intel platforms. But like Gus is an expert at using that thing to shoot people long range. That's his forte. He likes doing that. Yeah, but command platforms are crap. Why are you so easily extracted? Distracted. Besides, on command platforms for lethal weapons, you can't do no traces on there. Only on non-lethal. And I've actually done no traces on command. Yes, just below the corridor, there's a staircase, and there's a mine there that you can't deal with other than exploding it. I like support the least. I did a lot of base development for the containers and the resources, but you also don't get any plants out of that thing, so you have to make a side trip to medical anyways. At least with R&D you can keep your costs contained, more or less. If you don't use a back weapon, you're pretty much covered. So
Infiltration successful.
I've seen that. Booty Trap did that. But that's a glitch, and it doesn't work all the time. I studied it, I practiced, and no, I can't get into that. There are 4 cables that go around the command platform, and if you hop the railing at the right angle, you can literally go up the wire. But it's so precise in terms of your positioning that it's not meant for normal play. It's actually a glitch in which you essentially skate up the cable. You don't climb it. You don't you glitch yourself up the cable. And I'm not a fan of that. Mid-range. I need a back weapon. Yeah, that works. Not yet. I haven't even seen Wonder Woman yet. I have a copy a friend gave me, but I haven't had a chance to actually sit down and watch. But I've heard a lot of good things about Wonder Woman. I actually have to sit down and rewatch Batman vs Superman. So
Successfully
get back into that whole world, you know.
PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
I mean, I got out of Marvel when they made Captain America into a Hydra agent. I don't need that. Oh shit. Vanilla version. I've only seen the vanilla version. I knew you're there. Yeah, Captain America is my favorite Marvel character, and I didn't appreciate that. I don't need that. Especially given his roots, who he was made by, you know, the actual artists and whatnot who were Jewish. That's a slap in the face, I'm sorry. So, Marvel lost my vote when they made him into Hydra. I mean, that's embarrassing how bad that is. You know? That just is. I can't excuse that. That's something you shouldn't tamper with. Okay. It was alright. I can't dolphin dive like you people. I don't know how you do it.
All units, special alert. Defend your position. Hostile!
Breathe deeply.
CP, this is Zulu 4. We finished our search of the area. Couldn't find
Oh,
anyone.
shit, motherfucker.
This is CP. Understood. Keep your guard up. Out.
At least this is an S+ soldier. I don't have to worry about mines. She's tough. She can take it.
All units, special alert. Defend your
She's got a ponytail, and that's what matters to me. Well, it depends. It depends on the mine layout and everything else. I missed. And I hit.
Infiltration successful.
I'll take it.
Extraction arrived at base.
14,000. volunteer. I've seen that. Sometimes it's nothing you do. They actually do that on their own. I don't know what causes it. But it does send a defender notice. And he's shit. Gunsmith. I don't need a gunsmith. I have enough gunsmiths. So... yeah. And on the higher level bases you get extra points for that, so... Ranger 2. I have. You'll be walking along and next thing you know, the notification will go out. You'll see the little squares in the top right corner. They'll start moving even though you didn't do anything. So it's, yeah. Sometimes they'll even scream on the way down. Yeah, it's completely random. Don't know why that happens. No back weapon.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB.
Well, the best part is in base development, and guards start appearing essentially out of nowhere. You're trying to steal containers, and guards are popping up left and right. You're like, no! I put everybody down. You shouldn't be here. He always pays attention. I hate that guy. Because of the way he's standing, he can see me. If you really want to see him go crazy, throw a smoke grenade at the bridge while you're stealing containers. They'll freak out. And they'll start screaming at CP. I'm being attacked! I don't know where the enemy is! There it is. Wait patiently. And we're on to Buffalo.
Hey.
Double resources. I don't need any, honestly, I don't need anything else. I don't need combat staff. I don't need other resources. I'm maxed out on everything else. So R&D is where it's at. When I started the stream, I was showing Gus how to use the truck ride in Mission 4 to turn your unprocessed resources into processed resources. And I've been doing that over the past couple of weeks. My precious metal total is 1.38 million right now. So I'm making a lot of headway in terms of maxing out my precious metals. That is... what the hell is that? Oh man, really? John Cena. You can't see me. I mean, it's a whole different spin on ghosting. There's, you know, with some of the people that I talk with on forums, we talk about ways to get through and different tactics and whatnot, and the playstyle that I've evolved into is just something that speaks to me, I guess. Of course, in single player you have the no traces bonus, so going on someone's FOB and not firing a shot, not using anything at all. Yeah!
Infiltration successful.
All zeros.
Extraction arrived at base.
I do. I'll use her on the next run. If I had crouched, I would have been caught. I've learned that from experience. The guards get fussy like that sometimes. I was doing mission 9, back up, back down last night, and the prisoner that's wandering out in the desert by the Lamarhate Palace, she has a PF skill, which is new to me. I picked her up, gave her 1 medal, and she has all A++. And she's a medic, just like Venom. And she has my favorite face and ponytail. Her voice isn't the best, but I don't really care. She's all AA, and that's, or A++, and that works for me. And her staff bonus is 1.02. So she is, aside from the obvious advantages, she is essentially a copy of Venom. .02, 1.00. I actually used her on back up, back down, wearing a swimsuit and the stealth camo, and she ran around the entire map on foot, and it worked. I was able to extract all of the vehicles without getting caught. Well, I used a stealth camo, so you know it was a farming session. I didn't play it with it for an S rank. But she was able to get around the entire map using the swimsuit. It was kind of funny. Because she's running and you stop running and she starts breathing heavy and silly. Look at that face. How can you not love that face?
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
You know, she can't run as fast. She doesn't have the quick reload skill, but she's an actual medic, just like Venom. And she's all A++. I've done that. Do you use the Fulton Ballista? Gotta show that to me sometime. Because my strategy basically consists of running around the map on foot with Raiden, putting a electromagnetic net grade 5 down, letting the vehicle roll over it, and then extract. And run around the map at top speed. See if I can do this. Yep, walk right past him. I'll pull a crisp move. How did he not see me?
Hey,
What time is it? Time for a shift change because you're not doing your job. I mean, at one point I did a stream where I was just farming vehicles, and I would plant a electromagnetic net mine. Oh man, really? You guys are gonna do that to me? Is this gonna work? Let's see. Cross your fingers and your toes. It does. And since there's no soft alert yet, I am on schedule. There's a spot near the Yaku Obo supply post. You can put a electronic mine down on the ground. Oh man, this is gonna get hairy. Yeah!
Mission successful.
All fire teams, this is CP.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
I'll take it. Not a lot of points. I don't really care. I played The Last of Us. Actually, I just sold off most of my collection. For PS3, I just play Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops, Grand Theft Auto 5, Infamous 1 and 2, Madden 25, MGS4, MGS HD Collection, Ground Zeroes, Sniper Elite V2, Spec Ops The Line, which is a really good game. The music in that game is fantastic. And then both Forced Unleashed games. Not really. Now, in terms of PS4, I have Arkham Knight, The Last of Us, Sniper Elite 3, Infamous Second Son, Sleeping Dogs, Uncharted Collection, Watch Dogs, GTA 5, Call of Duty Ghosts, and that's it. Now, of those games, the only one I've actually played any distance in is The Last of Us. I got to Pittsburgh in that. I got 100% on The Last of Us PS3 version, but I sold that. And Arkham Knight I have problems with because you spend a lot of time with the car. And I've played the 3 previous Arkham games. I don't need the car. And I know people will say that I'm a heretic for not wanting to use the Batmobile, but it doesn't do anything for me. The way they structured the gameplay around remote controlling the Batmobile is silly. I mean, there's one instance where Batman is crouched down and has his little PlayStation remote and he's controlling the car, and the car has to pull down a wall. And it just doesn't make a lick sense to me. It kind of takes me out of the whole Batman mentality. And with the other 3 games, you're swinging around, you're solving puzzles, you're collecting items, and the fighting and the gameplay is fantastic. They got that part right, which is what the Arkham games are known for in terms of their fist fighting ability. But the car was a deal breaker. I can't use the car. No. I don't like his layouts. Yeah, fighting tanks is just... And you're fighting robot tanks at that, which is kind of silly. I know... I know there's people who like doing that, and it has its own cachet to it, but I played the other 3 games. I don't know who that is. In terms of Arkham Knight, anyways. I've played the other 3 games. Arkham City is my favorite. It just plays really well. It's low key. There's a lot of stuff to do. Very pleasing in terms of gameplay. And I liked Arkham Origins. And I played through Arkham Asylum, but I didn't really like that game. It was kind of nasty, I guess. It didn't really work for me. So I got into Arkham Knight, and it was all about the car, and that was a turnoff. So I stalled out on it. I haven't picked it up in a while. I don't even know where I'm at in terms of the story. So I play Metal Gear more than anything else. Spend time running platforms, farming vehicles, ghosting,
Successfully sneak your way into
Single
the heart
player.
of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night. Drive safe. Hope to see you again soon.
Be careful down there, boss.
Man, really? One of those days, huh?
CP, this is Delta 3. We're under fire. Suppress them. Don't shock hard. Over.
Shot a man in the head.
Understood. All units on alert. The enemy's hiding somewhere. Find them. Out.
CP, this is Zulu 6. Threat in the area. We're tightening security. Over.
This is CP. Understood. Watch for anything suspicious. Out.
We're all paying attention. So let's give him a real fireworks show.
CP, this is Zulu 7. No sign of the enemy. We're calling off the search. Over.
Now, of course, what stun grenades do is
Stay alert. Don't let them get
they essentially freeze the staff in place while they figure out what the explosion was. So you can... Oh, shit, I'm stuck. You can use that as a diversionary tactic. Always save my Nocto for the end. That's the 4th time that's happened. Come on, really? Take that. So they're looking in a different direction. And since I'm a cheapskate with my precious metals, I use the grade 4s. The grade 5s are good enough for single player. In one of my farming mechanisms that I use, I can throw stun grenades at guards on walker gears and it'll knock them out.
Infiltration successful.
Whereas the grade 4, they kind of blink their eyes and get kind of stunned but don't get knocked out. The grade 5 is an astounding escalation in power. But of course it's 150 units of precious metal. So I don't, you know, during double resource week it's not a problem, but when it's not double resource week then I get stingy. How are you? Welcome. Let's use my best female. Doing okay. It's double resource week, so we're stocking up on the precious metals. This character that I'm playing with is my primary defense character. She has the quick reload skill. That skill saved me on more than one occasion.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
So I've used her against several people.
Be careful down there, boss.
She does a good job. Yeah, I love it too.
Hey.
Take that. You know, I know exactly how you feel.
This is CP. Understood. Stay alert and slow down the enemy. Out.
CP, this is Zulu 4. Signs of enemy activity. Tightening security. Over.
This is CP. Understood. Keep your eyes open. Out.
She has S plus in combat, and S in everything else. I hear you. I knew you were there. I could hear you walking. I've never timed it. Usually I just blast them and keep walking. It does last a good amount of time. When I've been on container missions stealing from base development, I've put down entire platforms with just a shotgun and they stayed down the whole time. So good 2 minutes at a minimum.
CP, this is Zulu 4. Search complete. No sign of hostiles. Over.
Now, of course, up to grade 8 for the shotgun. Grade 8, the grade 8 shotgun can one-shot hit grade 9 armor. At grade 10 and higher, it's not worth it anymore. I only carry it because I'm used to carrying it. I'm on schedule. Hey there, Mr. Cameraman. I used the wrong damn weapon. Take it.
Successful.
I don't do very many missions where I see S++ guards. The last time I did it, I almost stole maybe, the guy had maybe 8 or 9 guards on the core platform. I almost stole them all, but I decided not to because I didn't need them. They stayed down for 2+ minutes with the stun shotgun. So I don't know if they're better than that at higher grades or not, but the last time I had those kind of guards, I was able to put them down without a problem. Okay. Nope. Going on the base of a player that I've had my ass handed to by is not a good idea when experimenting with new platforms. Shoe Bear has done a number on some of my defenses. So I've beat him a couple times here and there. I think he's beat me more than a couple times. Very tough to beat. I don't feel like doing combat tonight, so.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
Hostile.
Oh,
Fire team, this is CP.
Infiltration failed. Are you hurt?
have a
Try
good
little
night.
harder next time.
Have fun. That is why I don't dolphin dive. I was farming one night in single player, and I started to practice how to do it. When I do it on FOBs, I get spotted more often than not. So Maybe it's my technique, maybe something's not right. I get caught more often than not using it. And since I'm not about that, so I feel better having a weapon on my back. Even if I don't use it. And of course, the way the Bambatov is designed is very similar to that of the real-life Russian SVD designated marksman rifle.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
As a throwback to how old I am, in the original PS2 version of Metal Gear Online, they had an SVD in there, and I used to use it a lot. And the way it looked, when you actually had to glitch it out to see yourself running with it. And a buddy of mine and I took pictures of us running around with it like this, which you couldn't do at the time. Well, the way the Bambatov looks like this is how the SVD looked. So for a while, oh man, really? Oh, just garbage. I would use my Bambatov dressed exactly like this as a throwback to those days. I really loved that game on the PS2. I was sad when it went away. The PS3 version of Metal Gear Online was great from a social aspect. You could have a lot of fun with a lot of different strangers and not have to really compete at it. But it wasn't, there were parts of it that were just not, that they didn't put into MGO2 that was in MGO1. And it's kind of lacking in that respect. There's stuff I miss from MGO1. I played MGO2 for 4 years. I won tournaments. Jeez Louise, people! It was a great game, and I was saddened when it went away. Konami said they would keep it up for 10 years, and they only did it for 4 years. So I'm a little bitter about that, even now. That game just had a fantastic amount of social ability. You could kick back and relax and dress up your character however you wanted, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that game quite a bit. But in a sense, it's kind of sad because MGO3 is awful. I tried it at the beginning and it was bad. I didn't like it at all. And I've hardly played it ever since. I didn't buy any of the DLC. I didn't do anything with Metal Gear Online. Now in MGO1, there was a mode on that game called Sneaking Mode, and it was 8 players. 1 was Snake and 7 were the enemy. And you had to find Snake and kill him. And he could run around the map, and he had stealth camo, and his own bag of tricks, you know. And I got to be decent at that game. I put 2 accounts into the top 100. Excuse me, top 30. That's what it was. Top 30. I played sneaking a lot. I didn't play the other modes as much. It was a great mode. It had a lot of potential to it. Okay, being that you're a snake and you have 7 enemies who are trying to take you out. Well, FOB mode is a...
Infiltration successful.
It's a very close analog to that.
Extraction arrived at multi-base.
You know, you're snake and you're infiltrating an enemy base and trying to get to the goal and all that. So once I got into this mode, I was all in on it. I mean, it was a throwback. And I've had a lot of fun in 2 years with it. Maxing out my units and earning volunteers and developing all the weapons and everything else. It's been a fantastic ride. I still enjoy it, even now. So, it just goes back to those days where 1 snake and 7 enemies and let the chips fall where they may. So... shotguns. Okay. Extra mines. Extra mines. 1 extra camera. Okay, adventure time. And in my experience, if I see a grade 8, that means his anti-theft devices are upgraded, because his base, this base is level 47, but it has an 8 by the force level. I'm betting that's his anti-theft devices.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
But as always, we'll see. That's what happens. You never know where you're getting until you step off the helicopter.
Be careful down there, boss.
Black camera. Pay attention. Okay. That works for me. I don't like this layout because of this wide open space here. Now, sniper platforms with soft alerts, you're asking for trouble. Especially with my play style.
Security cams picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
But again, I'm not like everybody else. I really headshot people, so
CP, this is Delta 3. Just saw a suspicious person. Gonna check it out. Over.
you do that, amigo.
CP, understood. Keep your guard up. Out.
Again, like I said before, that's
CP, this is Delta 3.
that's the beauty of this game. It enables
CP, understood.
many different play styles, options. You know, you have the freedom to choose how you want to play, and that's a big plus.
CP, this is Delta 3. Checked it out. Can't see anything unusual. Over.
This is CP, understood. Return to your post. Over.
Got lucky. I'm like parked. Oh, crap. Adios. Oh,
Infiltration failed. Are you hurt? Try a little harder next time.
I do the best I can. I've played this game for 2 years now. Almost 2 years. So, I've got 14,000 victories to my name. I've learned a lot. I don't know everything. I'll be the first to admit that. I know what works for me. May not work for everybody else. You know, I do the same thing every time out, just as best I can with what I have. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I've been on his base before, and I have a lot of respect for him. Memo is since he's first overall. I've fought him several times. He's an incredible player. Probably the best sneaker in the entire game. I don't have a problem giving him that title. He does his videos that he posts on his page are masterpieces. And his play style and my play style are very different. I've defended against him more than once. He's beat me several times. I beat him several times.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart
So,
of the rival PF's FOB.
But he is by
Capture
far the
staff
best,
from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
the best sneaker in the game. So stepping on his base is, to my mind, is like a privilege of sorts. You know. And I've done it once and I lost. So I don't want to tempt fate and go again and let things get completely out of hand. Oh man. Why are you looking at me? Don't look at me. Oh, paying attention. course, you got to bear in mind that I would say roughly a third of my victories are through events. I earned a silver snake nameplate last year for the Skulls Attack event. I did close to 500 rounds of Skulls Attack for that. So I play events quite a bit. Only in the past 3 event cycles, so the past 3 or 4 cycles, let's say 4 cycles, I haven't played events at all because I don't need the staff, and the rewards for events don't do anything for me. I don't need any more medals, I don't need resources, I don't need S++ staff. Mother, take that. So events don't do anything for me anymore, so I just stopped playing them. Oh shit, really? Take that. So about, of my 14,000, I would say about a third of those are events. The rest are just regular bases. Like this one, and all the other ones that I've streamed. Go ahead, Visceral. Good to see you. How you doing, buddy? So give me your dilemma. Tell me what you want.
Hands up. Don't shoot. Out with it.
CP, this is Delta 2. Star rover's knocked down.
Mission successful.
Good times.
Extraction off to the old base.
I mean, at one point I had over 1,000 people in my online brig. The highest I've had is 1,200. So I've spent a lot of time with this game. When you have 1,200 people in your online brig, that's a lot of missions. Well, okay, to get female staff, there are several ways you can do that. If you want S rank females, I always check my girls just to make sure. The best way to get S rank females is through replay of the White Mamba, and there is a prisoner in the village as you run through the map. She has the gunman skill, which is what Flaming Buffalo has. If you start the mission in free roam and basically run to where she is, do a scan her through the int scope. If she has an S rank, you can extract her and then hit a checkpoint, and she'll wind up in your combat unit. That's the easiest way to get S rank females. I would say, okay, for FOB, I would say Indian Ocean, and I'll tell you why. The amount you get from mining is... How can I put this? It is not that big a deal. If you do FOBs on a regular basis, you earn more on bases than you do through mining. And I mentioned Indian Ocean because the platform layouts are harder to tackle. I nicknamed them ugly bases because the layouts are so odd. They're strange. They're hard to really ghost through. You have to really work at it. Now, especially for combat platforms or command platforms, if you have nukes, the Indian Ocean platform is very difficult to steal from because you're going through the back of the house, so to speak, and it's not easy to get through 3 other platforms and then the back of the house to get to the nuke. So you keep that in mind if you want to eventually develop nukes. No, I don't need nukes. So I would say of the options you have, go with Indian Ocean. I mean, now combat is decent. I can ghost this without a problem. But R&D, look at that. I mean, that's garbage. Okay? And then base development. You will get, if you have people who play PvP, this is a favored layout. Because the third platform has that light colored square in the lower quadrant, and this building here are essentially safe spaces for the intruder. So that's something you need to keep in mind if you do choose Indian Ocean, because people who want to fight you will choose this platform. I've done more defenses on this platform than I can count. People love to fight each other on this platform. So now for North Pacific, you have a little bit of an issue. Okay, combat platform is easy to ghost through. R&D is a little harder. Base development is relatively easy. Support is dirt simple. Intel, I don't care. I'm a bad person. I don't run Intel. So I don't really care about Intel. And then medical is fairly painless. Plus you have the power box, easy for shooting from the third platform. And it's hard for the guards to see where you are because of the layout of the building. So keep that in mind. You know, I've spent a lot of time on North Pacific combat platforms, more than I can count. Thousands of missions on this platform because it has spaces for you to exploit in terms of where the guards are. So that's a minus, I guess you could say, in my opinion. R&D is harder for me because, again, this wide open space hard on soft alerts because the snipers are paying attention, and there's a camera in that light colored square which guards your route. So you really got to pick at it to get through. And of course support is very simple because once you get past the first platform, you can crouch walk past the second, crouch walk past the third, take out the 2 guards on the core platform, and down you go. Simple. Again, that's from my experience as a ghoster. I have my preferred methods, and ooh-wee. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Oh, he went super ugly. 4 are the same? Are you kidding me? Yep. Alright, fine, be that way. Let's see. Always Venom for nukes. Again, it's, to me, nuclear weapons are serious business. I don't mess around when it comes to nukes. The man himself has to take that. Alright, let's see what we can steal. Of course, 78 bases are hard enough. Knowing that the base owner is notified as soon as you step on there is even harder still. So, I don't know how it's going to play out, but we'll see.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them.
That's very
I'll
true.
be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
You don't need anything but the riot pistol. That's how I do it. I know my way is different than everybody else's. And since I'm using Venom on... Oh, ooh. Yes, I'm dealing with a pro here! Wow, that was a nice piece there. I kind of wish you didn't have to get that notification. I kind of wish that, because I want to try this base out, you know? I want to make a real effort.
All fire teams, this is CP. We may have a situation. Whoever's closest, go check it out.
Stay low.
CP, this is Delta 9. Arrived on scene. Starting a check of the area. Over.
CP, understood. Don't let your guard down. Out.
All fire teams, this is CP.
UAV's picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
CP, this is Delta 3. I just witnessed an attack. Hostile presence confirmed. Over.
This is CP, understood. Stay alert and smoke out the enemy. Out.
Oh, this is ugly. I don't like this. I don't think I've ever done this platform before.
CP, this is Zone 4. I can see smoke. Possible enemy sabotage. Over.
This is CP, understood. Tighten security and stay
In
alert.
78, he's got max anti-theft devices. I don't want to trip any of those. Ooh-wee, adventures. And that. This is how I do it. I don't do it any other way.
Keep your guard up. Out.
Nuclear weapon. We could extract it and use it as a deterrent, or dispose of it. What do you think, boss?
CP, this is Zulu 10. Something weird's going on here. How should we proceed?
I have a lot of experience.
This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
Motherfucker. There we go.
CP, this is Delta 9. Did a check of the scene. There's nothing here. Over.
This is CP. Understood. Return to your post. Over.
Memo's better than me. I'll say that up front. He is better than I am. 100%!
Infiltration successful.
100%. That was very clean. I am very pleased. 70K. That was good. For a base I've never done before, that was very good. I'll take that. I'll take that and then some. Resources. Interesting. These are all duplicates. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know, I know. It's all nonsense. Of course, I carry insurance, so it's not going to hurt me. Trying to steal my nuke. Or, it's not my nuke, it's called what's generally referred to as a phantom nuke. It's been disposed of, but the server is synchronizing. So I don't have a chance to get rid of it, you know. It'll still be on my base even though...
There's one intruder. Their objective is unclear, but if they make it to the heart of the FOB, they'll capture staff from it. You've got to make sure that doesn't happen.
Can't take it anymore. Care, man. I don't really care. Do that too.
Successful. Victory is ours. They need
Sorry,
to
partner.
trying to take us on.
So you can't extract your own nuke. Now, since I disposed of it and the server was still synchronizing and didn't complete the synchronization, it registered as my base having a nuclear weapon. So people who like to hunt nukes noticed, and they went after me. So no injuries. Yeah. And that's with my... Here, you want to know the sad thing? My settings are on level 2. So he couldn't beat me on a level 2. I don't have maxed out equipment on purpose. Because I had a guy who was attacking me several times. Basically, he's doing it for the points. So I slipped him a fast one by setting my security settings to lower than 38, I think it is. 36 or 38. So he doesn't earn any points, and because my staff are wearing swimsuits, he doesn't get any volunteers. So I stopped him from attacking me that way. Of course, that means I have grade 2 equipment, which I can't really stop anybody, but once that alert is activated, the girls are going to keep fighting until it's over. So till tomorrow. What do my plans look like? Let's see. I need to do a combat platform. Again, this guy was... If you attack me more than once, I'm going to do something about it. And that's what I did. You know? One time I can understand. I can, you know... If I show up on someone's redirect or indirect, I can understand going after me once and succeeding. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But if you do it more than once, then you become obnoxious, and I'm going to do something about it. You know, there's people in my indirect list that I've attacked once and succeeded, and then I leave it alone. You know, I don't continually attack people. That's out of my range. I don't like doing that.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
And yes, I have stolen nukes that way with low-skilled females.
Be careful down there, boss.
I've done it. I don't like to do it. I've done it for the points. But, yeah, this guy was doing medical. He did base development. Then he did something else, and I had to turn it off. So...
CP, this is Zulu 2. I just witnessed an attack. Hostile presence confirmed. Forward!
This is CP. Understood. Stay alert and smoke out the enemy. Out.
There was a guy in Security Challenge way back at the beginning. I must have did his base 8 or 9 times. Because the first time I failed, he sent me a message making fun of me. So I just went at him because of that. I mean, I spent 20 minutes killing his staff at one point. So... But those kind of instances are rare. I don't do that anymore. I'm not a killer. Or rather, I prefer not to kill. Let's put it that way.
This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
When I do security challenge, I'll carry my shotgun and my defense rifle, and I won't kill anybody. I'll use sleep gas until the cows come home. Just to get to the goal. Right behind you. The stun grenade froze them all in place, so he's not going to get a chance to attack me.
CP, this is Delta 4. Search complete. No sign of hostiles. Over.
This is CP. Understood. Stay on the alert.
Breathe deeply.
Out.
I'll take that. Thanks.
Infiltration successful.
That works. Volunteer. Handguns. Sorry, Spying Moose. I don't need you. Adios. That's why I don't play events anymore. But again, I do it my way. You saw me attack that nuke base. And if I had gotten 10 S++ staff, you know, it would have been essentially useless to me because I have no, you know, I've done so many bases and earned so many volunteers that it just doesn't, you know, doesn't ring anymore. So just takes a lot of time and a lot of practice. That's all it is. It's practice. Ponytail. So that guy had a grade 10 wormhole versus grade 2 equipment, and he lost. Like I said, sometimes you don't know what's going to happen until you get there.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
30 minutes.
Be careful down there, boss.
All units. Special alert. Defend your position. Out.
The first unit that I built, all S++, was R&D. The first unit I got to 162 was combat. And that was through S++, S+, 2 medals, 3 medals for a couple of soldiers. A lot of work, a lot of grinding, a lot of North Pacific combat platforms. Thousands.
You there!
And in my experience,
Special alert.
combat platforms give out the most S++ volunteers. I can't give you numbers. I don't know statistics. I'm just going by my gut. And combat platforms, to me, gave out the most volunteers. Research and development also gives out a lot of volunteers. Support is very stingy in terms of volunteers. I had a hard time with support. And there was a point where I stopped running that platform because I would not receive anything that I wanted. So
All units. Special
I mean,
alert.
I
Defend your position.
finished it. I got all S++ on there. But it took a long time to get support nailed down. And medical is in the middle of the pack. We're going to vanish in about 5 seconds. David Copperfield, ladies and gentlemen. This is the route I use every time. Oh shit! I got stuck on a pipe!
Infiltration failed. Are you hurt? Try a little harder next time.
See? You never know what you're gonna get when you step on the platform. I've done it thousands of times and I still fail. So don't feel bad. It happens to everybody. I wasn't anticipating him standing there next to me when I hit the pipe. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, mid-range. See it? I don't get this. Okay. There we go. And mid-range. When you need a... Okay, I'll do this one. I don't like this platform, but we'll go with it. Of course, North Atlantic has a bug in its programming where if you are a defender and you deploy to this platform and the intruder knocks you out, throws you in the ocean, you stay there. Or if they kill you, you respawn
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the
in that
rival
exact
PF
same
FOB,
spot.
and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
And that's this platform only. It doesn't work on any other platform. So you'll see quite a few people do PvP on this platform because the defender is at a disadvantage. A is for horses. Of course, there were times where I would be scratching for volunteers, so I would do this platform, and more often than not I would fail because of the layout. You're not helping. Since it's mid-range, I don't have to worry about security as much.
CP, this is Zulu 2. I see smoke. Could be enemy activity. Over.
This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
And I have done no traces on this platform, but it's not easy. North Pacific is easier to manage in terms of no traces. Of course, in combat, I always mark my cameras or UAVs, because as I go up the platform, they interfere sometimes.
CP, this is Delta 2. I can see smoke. Possible enemy sabotage. Over.
Me too. You're not the only one who's like that.
Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
Sometimes I have more trouble on mid-range than I do long range.
Picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
CP, this is Delta 6.
The reason that is that because the guards are moving around, it makes their patrol patterns harder to anticipate sometimes.
Zulu 1. I'm seeing
Whereas with snipers,
enemies in the area.
you know where they're going to be no matter what.
This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
So there's a definite difference there. Have a seat.
CP, this is Zulu 2. Found the guy knocked out here.
Infiltration successful.
This is CP. Understood.
I always go up the sniper side. I don't use the other side. Unless I have a defender, then I'll go around the other side. There we go. I don't need any of this stuff. I'm gonna throw it all out the window. Yes. So your interaction with them is complicated because of that. On a sniper base, because they're standing still and not moving around, you can work around that.
Select unit.
Ah, crap. That's weird. He stole my staff. I have a hard time head shooting people. It kind of doesn't go for my flow, I guess. I'm just not a fan of aiming at their head and missing and getting that goalpost sound. I mean, like I said before, watching Memo's videos and his headshotting prowess is pretty, you know, there. Gus does the same thing with his
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of
his
the
headshotting
rival
ability.
FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
But my style is more, again, it goes back to that original PS2 Metal Gear Online. In the sneaking mode, your best, again, in my experience, your best way to stay alive with 7 soldiers chasing you was to keep moving around the map, not staying in any one place, not shooting them in the head, because when you stop and you aim and you try and plug them in the head, you're stopped and they have more time to catch you. That was just my experience. But again, that was my experience. I know people who like to play Snake and headshot all the time. Of course, even my older play style, I would shoot the power box and UAVs would be blown out of the sky and all that. I don't do that anymore. I only carry the Serval just because I'm more comfortable with a weapon on my back than without. Don't like to deal with defenders. Yeah, of course, there are high-level players who support random people. I've done that on my alternate account, and if I were to blow up a power box or extract a container, it would send out a notification, which is the true, you know, method. But sometimes a high-end player would support a random person, get that notification, and deploy. And you know, you're running this essentially abandoned base, and you get a high-level player coming at you to defend. And I've been on the short end of that stick more than once. So on my alternate, I've defended random people, and I've earned medals of honor that way from my combat staff.
Infiltration successful.
100%.
Extraction arrived at base.
Keep making progress. One at a time, just do the best you can and see what happens. Now the sneaking mode in Metal Gear Online 2 was altered a little bit because you had that octo camo nonsense and old Snake, and I was just not a fan of old Snake. I don't like the mustache. I don't like his premature aging. He just didn't do anything for me. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Level 6. So he's the man himself since he has a ponytail. Venom Snake. This is the game I've always wanted. Third person, military based, kind of still in the real world with some supernatural flavor to it. I was hooked from the very beginning.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
I prefer Afghanistan to Africa.
Be careful down there, boss.
I can function pretty well in either environment. It doesn't really matter. But I prefer Afghanistan. I like the way Afghanistan looks at night, especially at night. So. Oh, really? Goddamn clowns.
CV, this is Delta 1. One of us contact. Appears to be an enemy force.
This is CP. Understood. Stay alert and smoke out the enemy. Out.
Take that. Again, as I've evolved over time, I don't use my Nocticyanin until the very end. So I know basically where everybody's going to be for the most part. Soft alerts are always different for every platform. You don't know how they're going to react. That's why I use stun grenades to essentially freeze them in place. Take that. Oh. Take a seat. Breathe deeply. For a long time I resisted using the riot pistol because it was so expensive. And you only had 8 shots. So I had to really learn how to pick my points to attack and when to evade and everything else. And the expenses of the higher grade riot pistols were so prohibitive that right in front of you. Breathe deeply. Uh-oh. I missed, but I don't care.
Infiltration successful.
This is CP. Understood.
For a long time, that's all I used was Venom. I didn't really care about the points at the time. Because it's still, you know, Metal Gear Solid. You're playing with Snake, and that was my preferred methodology. And then I decided, well, there was experimentation and figuring out what worked and what didn't. So
Select unit.
I have to dig them out later. I don't feel like farming for females right now. Okie doke. Sleep well. Hope to see you again sometime. I appreciate you dropping in for a visit. I'll be here. Have a good one. Okay. Okay. Good people. I appreciate you guys very much. Being able to share this kind of experience with other people is really nice.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
Okie doke. You have a good night. Get yourself some rest. Most likely we'll be on tomorrow. We'll see what happens. You take care, alright? Have a good night. John Cena. You can't see me. For some reason, my nephew loves that joke. He comes over to the house, and I'll put this game on, and I'll be ghosting platforms, and I'll say that, and he'll start laughing. He's a big John Cena fan. You are not helping. Breathe deeply. Activate. And make me use my weapons? Fine. Be that way. Of course, support is the hardest, one of the hardest to infiltrate because there is only one entrance to the core platform. You have to be really skilled, especially when a defender is present, to crack a support base.
Infiltration successful.
CP, this is Delta.
Because that staircase headed down into the basement is a huge choke point.
Extraction arrived at base.
Good times. I mean, my whole philosophy extends towards just trying to earn volunteers. I can do high-level bases, but more often than not,
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
those bases don't give out S++ staff. Usually they carry insurance or have more S+ than S++ in their unit. I mean, I've done 70s and gotten 10 S+ for my trouble. So it's just not really, I don't have any fun with it, I guess. Of course, with nuclear weapons, it's a whole different ball of wax. So. Oops. Oh. Dead guard. Got a notification. Of course, R&D is hard for me as an intruder to get by with a defender. I don't have a lot of success doing R&D with defenders. I have more success with combat and base development. And I hate medical for playing against a defender.
Security cams picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
CP, this is Delta 6. We finished our search of the area. Couldn't find anyone. Over.
This is CP. Understood. Don't let your guard down. They could still be in the area. Out.
CP, this is Zulu 10. We'll investigate immediately. Out.
You're scared.
CP, this is Zulu 10. Detonation in the area. Can't tell where. Over.
I don't know where it is.
CP. Understood. All units, stay on guard and find any intruders. Out.
That's all you need. You don't even have to lay prone. Cameras are weird.
Infiltration successful.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Of course, mid-range gives up ground to the attacker, whereas long-range does not. If you start attacking the guards without knocking them all out first, then you're going to have trouble. But on the flip side of that coin, you can evade sniper platforms a lot easier than mid-range. So there's trade-offs. There's different ways of doing things and all that, so just in case. And of course, on sniper platforms, if you do not activate a soft alert, there are gaps in their coverage. And on this platform in particular, there are huge gaps that they can only cover when they are in soft alert or combat alert status.
You can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
How are you? Good to see you. Welcome.
Be careful down there, boss.
And this whole walkway here is essentially unguarded. So you have a free shot to the bridge. Hey there. Welcome. Just doing a little bit of everything tonight. So once you get past this point, you can go on the bridge itself to evade the guards, or you can just keep walking. I prefer to go under. I'm doing okay. Just random bases tonight. Not a lot of high-end stuff tonight. I've done a couple. Look at that. See? If they saw... I could see them looking at me, but they're just not paying attention. And for this platform in particular, I like to mark everybody that I can see. It helps me when I'm moving around and trying to get through. We'll roll right up to the front gate. Who is that, rich boy? Who is Silence? Do they have another name? Wow. What about quiet?
Infiltration successful.
Wasn't what I wanted, but okay. Sometimes a little too sneaky for my own good. Okay. That works for me. At least my security to be all S again. What about quiet? I don't understand your question. Okay. No sensors. No, I don't know her.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss. Be careful down there, boss.
Like I said, long-range platforms have their minuses, especially if you don't have custom mines to trigger soft alerts. This platform in particular has
CP, this is Zulu 2. I see smoke. Could be enemy activity. Over.
This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
on schedule. Just like that. Okay, I guess not.
Infiltration successful.
Weird.
Extraction left in base.
Okay, this is going to be my last mission for tonight. I'm wearing out and I don't feel too good, so like I said, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch, share your information. I'll be on tomorrow doing probably the same thing. Gotta build up that gold somehow. So, we'll see. Butterfly Trooper. Okay. Been up since 3 a.m. So,
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out. All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
alright.
Infiltration failed. Are you hurt? Try a little harder next time.
Try a little harder next time. I will do that. Okay, that'll be it for tonight. Like I said, I appreciate you guys stopping in and watching. Hopefully I'll be on tomorrow and we can do it all again. Have a good night.